All right, welcome back. It is the Vegas Take, Sharp and Shapiro. Glad you could join us. We were just talking about Steve Lavin's hair during the break. Brian Feldman in studio, Fox Sports contributor, and, of course, J.D. Sharp making a cameo appearance today. My co-host is here. He's in studio. He's made it today.
I like that subtle jab. Makes me happy. Cameo.
Yeah, there you go. But by the way, let me just bring this up first. We've been talking a lot about Mr. Bob Kraft, Mr. Robert Kraft, and this massage parlor situation. I got some bad news for you Kraft fans. If you were hoping to see him naked and you were hoping to see him get some sort of sexual act, police are saying it, and investigators are saying it's going to be a, quote, long time before we release this video. They didn't say they're not going to release the video. They just said it's going to be a long time. So if you were really excited and looking forward to watching Robert Kraft get his rocks off, it's going to take a little while.
I can almost guarantee you that video will be released very soon. It'll be leaked online like everything else.
I was going to say TMZ is not going to sit and wait on this thing.
How can you? But what are you going to do? You going to do like that black box, across half his body? Like,
yes.
How could you even show it?
The hair, all you got to do is show the top of his head and a girl, and you would know it's Robert Kraft.
You just put a Patriots logo right there.
What was it called again? Orchids of Asia?
Or Tom Brady's face.
That place, if I ever end up in that part of the country, which I doubt I will, but if I do, I want to take a picture in front of the Orchids of Asia. I want. It's like a tourist attraction now. That place.
Is.
Yeah. Imagine if they kept that place open. How much business they would get.
A lot of people say since Robert Kraft went there, I should go there.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell you somebody besides Mr. Kraft that did something very stupid today, and that is that would be Representative Matt Gaetz. Yes. So as you know, Michael Cohen testified today behind closed doors. Tomorrow they should put it on pay-per-view because I guarantee it would get higher numbers than it probably get higher numbers than the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. And I guarantee it'll be more entertaining than that fight. So Cohen is going to be speaking in front of Congress publicly tomorrow. So Matt Gaetz, who obviously is a Republican, who is an absolute buffoon. I've been calling this guy an idiot for a very long time. This is what he tweeted today. Hey, Michael Cohen, do your wife and father-in-law know about your girlfriends? Maybe tonight would be a good time for that chat. I wonder if she'll remain faithful when you're in prison. She's about to learn a lot. That is a threat that is witness tampering. And anyone who denies it, you're either biased to the right or you're just ignorant to the laws. This guy, Matt Gaetz, should be thrown out as far as I am concerned. He is a representative, a Republican out of Florida. And I'm telling you right now, he broke the law by doing this, and I think he should be out of there. For him to show that kind of lack of judgment as a representative is disgusting. And a source close to Cohen swiftly responded, telling NBC News that it's a shame Republicans have resorted to stooping this low and personally attacking Michael Cohen with lies about his personal life. They went on to say these allegations are absolutely not true. The true story about President Trump's own lies and cover-ups will be told to the world tomorrow.
Doesn't he have a family?
Cohen does, yeah.
So he has a girlfriend, too?
Well, that's alleged. That's what Gaetz is saying.
And the girlfriend's not going to be faithful? Is that right? Or will his actual wife not be faithful?
These are not substantiated claims. All I'm doing, this guy Gaetz, obviously he's a Trump lover, and we all know what he's trying to do, right? We could all read between the lines here. What Gaetz is trying to do is trying to intimidate.
He's threatening him.
Shut up.
He's threatening him with his Gumar or mistress infidelity, potentially, which means absolutely nothing in the first place.
I'll tell you, Republicans like Gaetz, buffoons like Gaetz, not Republicans, but buffoons like Gaetz, and some of these other people like Don Jr., who went on Fox News yesterday and said that these are just regular guys in regards to Paul Manafort and all these guys that have pled guilty and have not broken any laws. That's what the moron son of the president said.
Hey, Michael, if you go to prison, your side chick will not be faithful to you.
I wonder if his chick in prison will be faithful to him.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what he basically just said.
Regardless of, I find it very funny, and I'll take some calls on this. I find it very funny that the Republicans out there, including Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the liar for the president, as I like to call her, who is saying what a liar this guy Michael Cohen is, right? He's such a liar. You can't believe a word he says. When people, polls out there are people that actually do stats. The President Trump has either misled or lied over 8,000 times on an average of 15 times a day. So why should we believe what the White House says? And why should we believe what the president says according to your rules because Michael Cohen lied? Look, Michael Cohen has nothing to lose. He has absolutely nothing to lose. He's going to jail. That is over with. He is doing this because he says he wants to set the record straight. Is he trying to defame the president? What does he get out of that? He already had a plea deal. That's done with. So please explain to me the reason why he would lie here. And don't give me this nonsense of once a liar, always a liar, okay? Because then we'll just attribute that to the president and the White House. Why should we believe anything Donald Trump says, right? We're going to build a wall and Mexico is going to pay for it. That was a lie. So why should we believe the president? The inauguration, right? Biggest crowd in history. Well, I guess he lied since day one. So why should we believe the president? I want to know what Michael Cohen has to say. And I ask this question to all you guys out there. Why do you think Michael Cohen would lie now? He already struck a plea deal. It's already done. He's going to jail. Why would he why would he lie now? What is his I get why he lied before. He's trying to protect the president. What is his reason for lying in front of Congress now? Please answer that question. I'd love to know from Republicans out there that say, oh, he's not credible and you can't listen to a word he says tomorrow. He has no reason to lie tomorrow. I'll open up the phone lines, 257-5396. Again, that number to call, 702-257-5396. Why, if you are a Republican or are you a Trump supporter, why do you think that what Cohen says tomorrow is zero credibility? Why? Why would you say that? And what is his reasoning for lying? Why should we not listen to what Michael Cohen has to say when we listen to what the president has to say every day? Well, I don't, but some people do. Again, that number, 257-5396, 702-257-5396. Mr. Feldman, what do you say to all this nonsense?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is you have to say Cohen is a flawed witness, Brian. You do. I mean, based on the fact that he did lie the first time around. But where I'm agreeing with you is he is incentivized to tell the truth right now. He's trying to get out on early appeal. He's going to be in there for, 3 years? So maybe if he tells the truth and gives something up in his mind, he'll get out. You can't call it on good behavior, but by actually coming out and saying the truth. Although you know that the Senate committee is going to do everything in their power to discredit him. But I believe he will tell the truth, and I believe how could he not be worth listening to? Who knows more about Trump's business dealings than Michael Cohen? Seriously, the guy might be flawed, but does he not know everything about the guy's business dealings?
I mean, certainly we're going to find out what he does know. I think there's a lot of questions that you need to ask in regards to this. First thing is, he was in there for 9 hours today, Feldman. 9 hours. Yeah. Okay. I want to know about the finances, the business side of things. I want to know about the Russia-Trump Tower Moscow project. I think they need to ask him about that. Was the president implicated in lies? These are questions that I want to know. These are things that I certainly want to know and I want to find out. And I think we had somebody else who called in and it doesn't want to go on the air. Is that right, Ken? Why don't you tell us on the air what this person had to say? I love these people that call in and don't want to go on the air. Go ahead, Ken.
It was just a lady called in. She said she's a Republican, and she is disgusted by Cohen and what he has to say.
She's disgusted about Cohen. So this is the question I would ask her. If she's disgusted about Cohen, are you disgusted about the president as well? People have zero credibility when they say they're disgusted by Cohen, but they love the president. Okay, this is the president who said, before he was president, grab him by the P word. Okay, this is a guy who went after John McCain as a POW. This is a guy who attacks people on a regular basis. So you have zero credibility. First of all, I don't know why you'd call into a radio station and not want to go on the air and just bother our very nice producer, Ken. I don't understand that. But that's beside the point. And by the way, the number to call, 257-5396. Again, that number, if you want to be a part of the program, 702-257-5396. I'm sorry, but if you believe everything the president does and you stand by him with everything, and yet now you're going to call Michael Cohen the liar who's not credible, then you have no credibility. You have zero credibility. Now, if you want to call them both a liar, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to be fair and you want to say, look, President Trump and Cohen, they're both BSers, that's fine. I respect that opinion because they are. But how can you sit here and say, I don't care what Cohen has to say, I don't believe him, I stand by my president? How can you? I just don't understand how people can have that opinion. I don't get it. I don't understand it. JD, help me out here. I don't. Am I wrong here? I know you're a Trump supporter. I mean, how can you support Donald Trump and not be afraid of anything he has to say? And he's telling the truth, but yet Cohen is just, non-credible. Can't listen to him.
Well, because Cohen's been implicated, not just implicated, but charged with several things. He actually, not only with what's going on with Trump, et cetera, but he's tax evasion. He's stolen money from banks. He hasn't paid back loans. He's done quite a few nefarious things. I mean, he's not a good guy in any capacity whatsoever.
I never said he was.
Is Trump the most formal? No. Has he been involved in interesting dealings with women? Yes, he has. But a lot of very, very, very successful men have been. A lot of presidents have been as well, to be honest with you.
All right. I mean
that being said, why would Cohen lie? I'm not saying he's going to lie, but he would lie because he's kind of a woman scorned in this situation.
Because he lies.
He does lie.
I mean,
but my question is, why would he lie here?
Because he wants to see Trump go down as far as he can possibly go down.
So you think that's the reason why he would lie again in front of Congress?
He's thinking to himself, without me being involved with Donald Trump, I don't get raided by the FBI. Without him being president, nothing happens to me. I think he's thinking that to himself. That's why he would lie. Now, is he going to lie? I don't know. But that makes sense to me as why he would lie.
Do you agree with JD on this? I'll give out the number again. Do you think that is the reason why Michael Cohen would lie in front of Congress again? You'd think he wouldn't have learned his lesson the first time, and that part of the reason
at this point
why he's going to jail.
Does he have anything to lose? His reputation is totally tarnished nationally.
He can never be an attorney in New York again.
Exactly.
He just got disbarred.
What's he going to do?
I don't know, but
people who have nothing to lose do really, really crazy things on a very consistent basis, and they're very dangerous to deal with.
Here's what I think. I think he has covered up Donald Trump for years. I think he was the fall guy in all of this, and I think he's angry, and I think he wants to spill the beans. And whether that means, I think there's a way to take Donald Trump down and tell the truth. I think that you don't have to lie to do that. I think he actually does know a lot of information about this guy with hush money payments, so on and so forth. I'll give out the number one more time. It is 257-5396. Again, the number to call 702-257-5396.
No, the hush money payments, though, it's bothersome. Isn't this, we're talking about things that happened over 10 years ago, well before he was president?
No, that's not true. No, we're talking about weeks or a week before the elections. We're talking about Stormy Daniels.
Offered, but I thought it was...
You're talking about the actual acts.
The acts themselves are over 10 years old. The hush money is recent.
But that's academic. The hush
money is a problem, Brian. I agree with that.
Stormy
but I'm saying these acts are over 10 years old, and Trump doesn't want it to come out. No, I think he should just let it be told. Who cares? And let the truth be told. But it's the hush money that's the problem. It's offering of the hush money that is the problem.
All right, well, I guess we'll see what some of the listeners think here. Let's take some phone calls at 257-5396. Let's start off with Mike. Mike, thanks for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you, Mike?
Good. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
Yeah, so they're all liars. We all know that. Politicians, Democrats, what have you, okay? Even the fact that we know about Trump and Cohen being liars. But look at Obama. Obama lied about the, you can keep your Medicare plan, you can keep your doctor, you can keep your provider.
All right.
And then what did he do?
Let's just assume he lied. Let's just assume. Okay, I get it. I get your point.
I don't get it. Keep going.
Let's just assume that you're right. Okay, but two wrongs do not make a right. So what's your point? If Obama did lie, that doesn't make it right.
Exactly. Two wrongs don't make it right. But at least Trump is not causing, Americans to suffer financially, and
Trump is not allowing Americans.
He's fixing the house.
Trump is not allowing Americans to suffer. Do you have any idea Mike?
He's actually making America better.
No, he's not. Do you have any?
Brian, I will say this: the stock market is up 50% since he came into office.
Do you have any idea how much debt we are in right now, Mike? And everybody, I'm sure you criticized Barack Obama for our national debt. Do you think Trump has stopped that? Has he helped? Did he did what Bill Clinton did? And when Bill Clinton got out of office, we were in a surplus. Is Trump on the way to doing that? So when you say we're better, what about the rich becoming richer? What about the top 1%? What about the tax breaks for the rich? Is he helping middle class by giving tax breaks for the rich? Okay, what about transgenders not being able to serve in the military? What would you say to our transgender friends? They're Americans. Is he helping transgenders?
Brian, how many transgenders do you think are actually trying to be in the military?
There are thousands of them, but that's academic. I'm asking the question.
4,000 total, maybe?
Mike, I'm asking you that question.
Yes, but he has agreed that transgender can enter the service. He has no problem with that.
That's not true. That's not true.
Don't ask, don't tell. Now it's been turned around. You can admit that you're transgender and you can still join the service.
If you are in the middle of a surgery or considering having a surgery, you cannot serve in the military, Mike, and I appreciate the call. Thank you very much. I couldn't disagree with you more, but I always appreciate a different point of view, Mike.
You mentioned Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton basically started what ended up being the housing crisis in the United States, just Because during his presidency,
I never said Bill Clinton.
everybody got a loan.
Look,
The surplus you're talking about was because people were getting loans that shouldn't be getting loans.
If you ask most Republicans, they'll tell you Bill Clinton was one of the best at reaching across the aisle. Donald Trump is arguably one of the worst.
He was a very, very strong bipartisan president. I agree, but he was not.
That's what I'm looking for.
He was not great for the long-term economy.
Okay, well, he wasn't very good for being faithful to his wife either, but that's another story. Let's go to Chip. Chip, thanks for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you, Chip?
I heard Bill Clinton was good at the reach around, but that's just me.
All right.
I like that, Chip.
Take it easy, Chip. Take it easy.
Okay, so
PG-13.
now the thing is that Donald Trump's economy is strong enough for the interest rates to go up, and that's because he has flooded the oil market. And beyond that, Michael Cohen actually broke attorney-client privilege by recording Trump in phone call conversations, and I believe that was related to getting leverage on basically all the other bad things that he had done.
Can I ask you a question about that, Chip? And I agree with you, Chip. That did break. I agree with you. If that did happen, he did break that client privilege. There's no doubt about it. But, Chip, let me ask you a question because you're a Trump supporter, right? When Trump,
yes, absolutely.
Fair enough.
I'm very proud of it.
Fair enough.
First president I've been able to vote for, I was proud of.
Okay, and I don't have a problem with that, Chip. So let me ask you a question. When Trump said he only hires the best people, whose fault is that he hired an attorney and it was his right-hand man who recorded him behind his back? Did Donald Trump hire the best people? Did he hire the best?
He made a mistake in judgment.
Just one mistake? What about all the people that have pled guilty that have gone to jail? What about those people? Are those the best people?
Well, what about California saying that they can
Why don't you answer my question? Why can't you answer? Why are you changing the subject? Why are you changing? I asked you, Chip, I have no problem
Chip, you've got spunk, and I like it.
I have no problem that you support the president, but I'm asking you a very specific question. He said he only hires the best people. Just like you said he was going to build a wall and Mexico was going to pay for it. That was a lie. Do you think he was telling the truth when he said he only hires the best people? He said nothing but nice things about Michael Cohen until he flipped because he is a liar and he could never admit when he is wrong when he makes a mistake. And he makes a lot of mistakes, Chip. He's not perfect.
You know what? Actually, the left wants Donald Trump to admit that he's wrong, and it kills him that he won't admit that he's wrong. And I'm so proud of my president for standing up to the left.
Okay, let me ask you another question. First of all,
the inaccuracies that they dispense.
Okay, first of all, I'm not on the left. Okay, I didn't support Obama.
Tell me what the last great thing Donald Trump did, in your opinion, was.
The last great thing that Donald Trump did, Apprentice. No, that's actually a joke. I'm joking about that. No, I think he's absolutely done some good things. First of all, I like the fact that. I like the fact when he called out the Islamic woman for being anti-Semitic, I believe she should leave. I absolutely, and I also give him credit for not ruining the economy. The economy was on the right path when he took over, and he has not screwed that up.
What about trying to decriminalize homosexuality universally, like worldwide? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can easily name things about Donald Trump and some of the things that he's done that I agree with.
Whenever I listen to you, you never actually get into those things, so I just wondered.
Well, I mean, I'm getting into it because you're a Donald Trump supporter. What do you think about going after, John McCain and his war service? Are you okay with that, too? Because you seem to be okay with everything.
John McCain was trumped up. I think one day they're going to open his records and they're going to see that it was all.
So you want to talk about? See, this is where I lose credit. Lose all credibility with you, Chip. Okay, you want to talk about John McCain's record?
Lose credibility.
Okay, excuse me. Answer the question. You can laugh with your timid laugh, but answer the question. He went after. Excuse me. Let me answer the question. You sound like Tucker Carlson. Goodbye. You have a stupid, girlish laugh like Tucker Carlson. Leave my show. Get out of here. That's where I lose all respect for you. Well, you're going to talk. I told you that he went after John McCain's war service, and now you're going to talk about John McCain's policy? You nitwit. Get off our show. He had me, JD, and I was willing to have a conversation, but when he can't admit. See, I answered his question. There are some things that Donald Trump has done that I'm with that I could give him credit for. But when you can't answer a straightforward question like that, you have zero credibility, okay? And your name is after, chips and dip. I had some chips and dip this morning. I don't like your name either. Anyway, let's go to the next caller. Let's go to Carlos. Carlos, thank you for calling into the Vegas Take. How are you, Carlos?
What's up, Carlos?
Hold on one second, Carlos. We got some phone issues. There we go. Carlos, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah, go ahead, Carlos. You're next.
Brian, have you ever been at the border?
Have I ever been at, right where the border wall is? Is that what you're talking about?
At any border, from Democallan to all the way to Tijuana.
I have crossed the border before, and I'm not talking about Taco Bell. I literally have crossed the border, yes.
Okay. I've been at the border. I'm myself Mexican. I voted for Donald Trump.
Okay.
I'm a somewhat Donald Trump supporter.
Okay.
I don't agree with everything that he has done.
Mm-hmm.
I believe tweeting is presidential, but nobody ever voted for a politician when
I understand.
when Trump was being elected.
So can I ask you a question, Carlos?
Go ahead. Yes.
Because I respect your opinion. I do.
Yes.
When Donald Trump says, and quote, I'm not paraphrasing here, when he says, these people, they're crossing the border, they're rapists, they're horrible people, and I suppose some of them are good people. Does that not offend you?
Not at all.
How does that not offend? I don't understand that.
Offending me.
He's saying
I'm
that
not a
he's
rapist.
because I know you're not. I would hope you're not, Carlos. But he's
I'm not.
saying I suppose some of these people are good people. Carlos, I believe most of these people are good people like you. That would offend me.
So, listen, it doesn't offend me on anything because I'm not. Why would it offend me?
I'll tell you why. And there's a lot of people
So
out
if
there.
I said all white people are dumb,
That would offend
you
me.
get offended?
I don't want somebody like that as the leader of this country that says ignorant comments like that, Carlos.
I understand. I totally understand what you're saying. But why would anybody get offended? If I'm not a rapist,
Yeah.
I come to this country for one reason and one reason only. It was to have the American dream that everybody wants.
And I am so happy that you made that.
This is the only
yes.
country that you can dream
Right.
big.
And I'm
and
so
make it
happy,
happen.
Carlos. I'm so happy that you did that, and I'm happy for your success. Let me answer your question, Carlos.
Let me tell you something. Just one more thing.
Sure,
Sorry,
sure.
Just one more thing.
Sure.
You know, a lot of my countrymen, when they come over here and they cross the border for whatever reason, maybe they don't have the money to come legally to this country. But my mother waited for 10 years outside this country. She did it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Could have had her come illegally. Yes, we could have.
Right.
But that's not the right way.
I agree.
You had to follow the law. And the law says if you cross the border, it's illegal. It's a felony.
That's
You go to jail.
I agree, Carlos. I appreciate the call. I'm up against a hard break. I don't disagree with you. You're right. As far as going to jail, I don't know. JD, we only got about 40 seconds. Go ahead.
He's off the line, so it doesn't make a difference.
Okay. Well, we got to take a quick break. Listen, the bottom line is, you're right. When you cross the border, it is illegal. But there are extenuating circumstances, and the majority of these people are good people. They are not criminals. We got Tony on the line. We got a few others. We will get to your calls when we come back. We got Brian Feldman in studio. If you want to be a part of this conversation, happy to hear from you, even if you sound like Chip. Give us a call, 257-5396, 702-257-5396. We're going to take a quick break. We will continue this conversation on the other side when we come back. You are listening to The Vegas Take.